Hey everyone, this is Dr. Jocelyn Conley, pelvic floor physical therapist, and in this video I'm going to go over an exercise that can serve as an accessory exercise for deadlifting or can be an exercise that you work on to develop foundational strength and endurance to load a hip hinge or a deadlift. What you see here is my makeshift back extension or GHD, glute on hamstring machine, that is clearly not a machine. So this is a box that's 30 inches high, and then I also have this railing here which I'm going to use as a hook for my feet. If I didn't have this, I could do this on my bed if my bed was high enough with someone holding my feet. And in the clinic, if I don't have the equipment, sometimes I do, sometimes I don't, I will have them lay on the treatment table and I actually hold their ankles. So this is called the glute on trunk hip extension. So basically what that means is we're activating our glutes to get into a relative hip extension position, but it's in a relative position, don't worry about the jargon, to work on glute recruitment that is needed to initiate your deadlift. I'm going to show you my setup position and how I execute this motion. What I recommend is you just watching first and then going through the video a second time, pausing as needed as you go along. This could be done on a GHD machine or a back extension machine. It would be a lot easier to do it on that. In future videos, I will demonstrate using the actual equipment. But I don't like to say that because I don't have fancy equipment, I can't do it. So this is just the creative side of it, or the creative option. I'm gonna get on the box, and I'm going to hook my feet in the railing here. And I'm going to slide forward so that the tops of my pelvis, which are called the ASISs, are in front of the box. They're not blocked by the box. My starting position is I'm rounded like this. My head, my eyes are facing the box. My back is now relaxed and rounded, and my feet are keeping me here. Now from this position, I'm gonna do an elbow hug, keeping my eyes facing the box. I'm gonna squeeze my glutes, and I'm not moving my upper chest at all, or my upper back at all. It's just the glutes that is driving this small motion. And I'm gonna hold on to my glutes for sometimes 5 seconds, and then I let my glutes go as I control myself back a few inches down. Again, I squeeze my glutes, I stay rounded, and I'm just getting in a relatively more hip extended positions because of my glutes. I'm not even really pulling up on my heels on the railing. And I could feel this mainly in my glutes, but also my hamstrings, just because of the position of my feet. And then I control myself back to the starting position as my glutes let go. I'm not just plopping. Now, option is to load this. I would hug either a med ball, that's what I typically do in the gym, or I would hold a weight. I would use whatever I had, and it didn't have to be fancy equipment. It could be something around the house like a textbook. I'm holding my hand with my other hand, squeeze my glutes, I stay rounded, and I'm gonna hold this for 10 seconds. I stay breathing. As I squeeze, the contraction is more intense, and then I let go, and then I repeat. And let go. And I'm going to get out of this position and talk to you not here. The main things with this is not moving anything else other than your hips. And the glutes drive this. A lot of errors will be if someone lifts and extends with their lower back muscles so that their chest comes up. Not the intent, not the purpose of this exercise. It's glutes, maybe a little bit of lower back, but not really at all. And the way your hips are oriented, like let's say if your hips are here, being stabilized or versus heels together, hips turned out, that matters, and that will change the exercise. What's right for me may not be right for you, so you have to just explore. The other thing is how wide your hips are. So if my hips are here versus here, that's going to change it as well. If I'm training sumo deadlift, then I want to also train this. If I'm training conventional, I want to focus on this. If I'm doing both, I want to do both. And I just want to explore to see what really helps me to connect with my glutes. Because this is a top-notch exercise to help people to connect their glutes for the deadlift, for a Jefferson curl, for rowing, for really any hip extension exercise. How I program this is similar to how I do a prone flutter kick or prone scapular retraction. I would do it for time. I would say I want you to accumulate 2 minutes. I don't care how long you hold. So it could be several reps of 5 until you accumulate 2 minutes. It could be 4 sets of 30 seconds. It could be 16 sets of 15 seconds if that accumulates to 2 minutes, I'm not sure. So just playing around with what really helps you connect with your glutes, and then you don't have to load it, but as you are consistently getting the technique right, I recommend loading it, because not only is it a recruitment exercise, it's really great for developing your glutes as you with load, and just an overall great exercise. In the next video, I'm going to cover the segmental back extension exercise, which is an exercise that is often butchered in the gym and could be really beneficial when done right, but can be also very injury disposing if done incorrectly.